It was here, in this modest 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, in this quaint suburb, that the Packard household would soon find itself turned upside down. But when did this happen? When did this event first unfold? I decided to find the truth.
I guess it all started probably about 3 months ago.
Like December?
Yeah, it's probably December. It was just a weekend, and...
Like Saturday? Maybe a Sunday?
Yeah, I think it was one of those two. My wife was kind of nagging at me to clean the garage, and I've been putting it off forever, trying to come up with excuses. I told her I had to go to the store. Anyway, I came home and I opened the garage, and that's when I saw it.
Well, what did you see?
Well, I saw the Starbucks in the garage.
How did that make you feel?
Confused and angry.
So you were steamed?
I was mad, you know.
Would you say that you were a little bit steamed?
I was angry.
So a synonym of being steamed.
Yeah.
Let's just say that he was more than a little steamed.
Yeah, you know what? I was steamed. Yeah, at first it was just an encroachment on our privacy. But then I started to notice it was changing the behavior of my family. I first started to notice the behavior in the kids. I knew they were into something they shouldn't have been. They were acting erratically and dressed in black. And so I searched their room. I soon found my proof.
But why would they do it? Why build one of the country's most popular franchises in someone's garage? I had the same questions, and I knew that if I was going to get to the bottom of it, I would have to start from the grounds up.
What the problem was is we had reached a saturation point, really. I mean, we began initially with what we call our brick and mortar plan. What that is we put as many individual Starbucks in individual cities as we possibly can. Then we moved on to phase 2, which is where we place a Starbucks inside of another business. And that works out really well. Now, we found that this progresses quite well, but people, according to our testing, love the taste of Starbucks in their homes. However, they want the social interaction, the sensory feel of being with other people in our stores. And that's when we hit upon it. The actual insertion of a Starbucks into the home. We're even going so far as to put a Starbucks inside a Starbucks.
If you're in a Starbucks, within the Starbucks, one of the Starbucks wouldn't be making any money from that visit.
You have to understand the time it takes for you to go from one Starbucks to another. That's time you could be in a Starbucks. We want you to be no further than 4.5 feet from a cup of coffee.